Imagine waking up tomorrow and, for the first time in years, your mind feels quiet. Not empty, not bored. Just calm. Your phone doesn't control you. Food doesn't control you. Notifications don't pull your attention every 10 seconds. You sit, breathe, and your brain actually listens to you again. That's what happens when dopamine stops controlling your life. And today, we begin the reset. Right now, your brain is tired, but not from work. It's tired from stimulation. Every scroll, every short video, every sugary snack, every notification, every late-night binge gives your brain a tiny hit of dopamine. Dopamine is not happiness. Dopamine is anticipation. It's the chemical that makes you want more. Your brain evolved to release dopamine when you found food, solved a problem, learned a skill, or connected with people. But modern life gives you massive dopamine rewards for doing almost nothing. So your brain adapts. When stimulation is constant, the brain protects itself by reducing sensitivity. The receptors become numb, and now normal life feels boring. Reading feels hard. Studying feels painful. Exercise feels exhausting. Conversations feel slow. Even goals you once cared about don't excite you anymore. This is not laziness. This is dopamine burnout. A dopamine detox is not about removing pleasure. It's about restoring sensitivity, teaching your brain to enjoy simple things again. Today, we will walk through a full, beginner-friendly, 24-hour dopamine reset. Not extreme, not monk mode. Just enough to restart your brain. And the most important rule, we are not trying to suffer, we are trying to feel again. The detox starts the night before. Tonight, before sleeping, you prepare the environment. Your brain cannot detox if temptation surrounds you. So we remove friction. Place your phone outside your reach. Not beside your pillow. Not under the blanket. Not just for alarm. Put it across the room or in another area entirely. The goal is simple. Your morning should not begin with instant stimulation. Now you might feel resistance already. That discomfort is the addiction revealing itself. Your brain says, but what if something important happens? Nothing important ever happens at 2:30 a.m. in your notifications. Next, reduce decision fatigue for tomorrow. Prepare simple meals in advance. Plain food, not hyper-rewarding food. Rice, eggs, fruits, vegetables, oats. The detox is not fasting. You will eat, but without intense stimulation. Why? Because ultra-processed foods spike dopamine exactly like social media. Your brain cannot reset if every meal is fireworks. Now lower the lights in your room 1 hour before sleep. No videos, no scrolling, no gaming. Instead, sit quietly, stretch lightly, or write thoughts in a notebook. You may feel restless. That's withdrawal from stimulation, not boredom. When you sleep without overstimulation, your baseline dopamine begins recovering even before morning. And now the real reset begins. You wake up. Do not check your phone. Your brain has just spent 7 to 8 hours repairing receptors. If the first thing you do is flood it with novelty messages, news, reels, you instantly destroy the reset window. Instead, sit up slowly and drink water. No music yet. No podcast. Silence. At first the silence feels loud. Your brain starts searching for stimulation. Thoughts rush in. Random memories appear. Plans, worries, urges. Good. This means your mind is waking up naturally, not being hijacked. Now, step outside or near a window and get natural light in your eyes for 5 to 10 minutes. Morning light stabilizes dopamine release throughout the day. It tells your brain. Rewards will come gradually, not instantly. Most people unknowingly train their brain for chaos by starting the day with intense stimulation. We are training it for patience. After light exposure, do a slow movement activity, stretching, walking, or simple cleaning. No intense workout yet. Exercise is powerful dopamine. We save it for later to rebuild reward value. While moving, you will feel an urge to grab your phone. Notice it. Don't fight it aggressively. Just watch it like a wave rising and falling. Urges peak around 60 to 90 seconds. If you don't react, your brain learns something revolutionary. Craving does not equal action. This is the first rewiring moment. Now comes breakfast. Eat simple, whole food. No ultra-sugary cereals, no desserts, no heavy sauces. When taste stimulation decreases, the brain starts noticing texture, warmth, and fullness again. You are teaching your brain the difference between nourishment and entertainment. After eating, sit for 10 minutes doing absolutely nothing. No meditation technique required. Just sit. This will feel uncomfortable, maybe even irritating. Many people quit the detox here because they believe they are bad at relaxing. But you are not bad at relaxing. Your brain just hasn't experienced unstimulated awareness in years. During this time, your default mode network activates the brain system responsible for creativity, memory integration, and long-term planning. The ideas you've been waiting for cannot appear in a distracted mind. Now we enter the late morning phase, the most powerful part of the detox. You will perform one cognitively demanding task with zero distractions. Reading, studying, writing, coding, learning a language, anything meaningful but effortful. Set a timer for 45 minutes. You may only do this one activity. No switching tabs, no background videos, no music with lyrics. If concentration breaks, stare at the wall briefly and return. The first 10 minutes feel painful. The brain searches for quick dopamine alternatives. But then something surprising happens. Around minute 20, focus deepens. Around minute 35, the mind becomes quiet. You have just reactivated deep work circuitry. The same circuitry that once made you curious as a child. When the timer ends, do not reward yourself with your phone yet. Instead, take a slow walk or drink water. Let the brain absorb the effort. This delay is crucial. When rewards are delayed, dopamine baseline rises instead of crashing. You are teaching your brain. Effort comes first. Reward comes later. And now you will notice something small but powerful. Colors look slightly richer. Sounds clearer. Thoughts lower. This is not imagination. This is receptor sensitivity returning. We are only halfway through the day, and your brain is already changing. Take a longer break now. You may talk to someone, journal, or simply sit outside. Social connection releases balanced dopamine and oxytocin. Very different from digital stimulation, but avoid fast-paced entertainment. Because the moment you flood the brain again, it returns to numbness. In the next phase, we will rebuild healthy dopamine spikes, the kind that make life feel meaningful again instead of addictive. Now we enter the afternoon, the rebuilding phase. Up until now, we have lowered artificial stimulation, but the brain does not just need less dopamine. It needs better dopamine. There are two types of rewards in life: instant rewards and earned rewards. Instant rewards tell the brain, you don't need effort to feel good. Earned rewards tell the brain, your actions create meaning. When the brain experiences earned rewards again, motivation returns naturally. Not forced, not disciplined. Natural. So the next activity is intentional physical movement, not a punishment workout. Not extreme intensity. Choose something steady, brisk walking, light jogging, bodyweight exercises, stretching flow, or yoga. Move for 20 to 40 minutes. Why now? Because exercise releases dopamine slowly and sustainably. Unlike screens, which spike and crash, it also increases receptor availability, meaning your brain becomes capable of feeling satisfaction again. During the first 10 minutes, you may feel heavy and uninterested. TC's normal. Your brain expects intense stimulation and rejects subtle rewards. Keep moving. Anyway, around minute 15, breathing around minute 25, mood lifts quietly. This is called a natural dopamine wave. Gentle but long-lasting. When you finish, resist the instinct to grab your phone. Instead, sit and cool down. Feel your heartbeat slowing. Notice the calm alertness. This is what stable dopamine feels like. Feeling constantly distracted, scrolling endlessly, and finding it hard to focus. You might be stuck in a dopamine loop. But don't worry, there's a way out. And it's called a dopamine detox. So, what is it? It's not about getting rid of all pleasure. Think of it like this. Our brains are constantly chasing quick hits of dopamine from social media, junk food, and endless entertainment. This makes it harder to enjoy simple, everyday things. A dopamine detox means consciously taking a break from these stimulation activities. No social media, no video games, no sugary snacks. Instead, embrace mindfulness. Go for a walk and actually notice the world around you. Read a physical book, meditate, or simply sit in silence and focus on your breathing. But as you push through, you'll start to notice a change. Your focus will improve, you'll feel more present, and simple activities will start to feel more rewarding again. You're teaching your brain that you don't need constant stimulation to be happy, ready to reclaim your attention and find joy in the little things. Give it a try and see how it transforms your day. And if you found this helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more tips on living a more mindful life. Do you ever feel like you're constantly chasing the next notification, the next episode? You finish one thing, and immediately you're looking for the next hit of stimulation. If this sounds familiar, you might be stuck in a dopamine loop, and it could be time for a reset. Welcome to your beginner's guide to a dopamine detox. First off, let's clear up a common misconception. A dopamine detox isn't about getting rid of dopamine. Dopamine is a crucial neurotransmitter in our brain. It's tied to motivation, reward, and pleasure. We need it to function. The problem isn't dopamine itself. It's our overstimulation of the dopamine system. Think of it like this. If you eat candy all day, every day, a simple apple starts to taste bland. Similarly, when we're constantly bombarded with dopamine activities scrolling through social media, binge-watching shows, playing video games for hours, our brains adapt. We start needing more and more stimulation to feel the same level of satisfaction. Simple, natural pleasures like reading a book or going for a walk start to feel boring. A dopamine detox is about lowering our tolerance so we can once again find joy in the little things. It's about reclaiming your focus and attention from the constant digital noise. So, how do we actually do this? Let's break it down into simple, manageable steps for beginners. You don't have to go cold turkey and lock yourself in a dark room for a week. The key is to start small and be realistic. I recommend starting with a dopamine detox day. Pick one day, maybe a weekend day, to try this out. Step 1 is to identify your biggest dopamine triggers. For most of us, this is our phone, but it could also be video games, online shopping, junk food, or endless news scrolling. Be honest with yourself. What's the one thing you reach for when you're bored, stressed, or just want a quick distraction? Got it. Great. For your detox day, your goal is to intentionally abstain from these dopamine activities. This is the fasting part of the detox. So, what are you supposed to do all day? This is where the magic happens. Step 2 is to replace those high dopamine habits with low dopamine activities. The goal here isn't to be bored out of your mind, but to engage in activities that are slower and more mindful. Think of things your great-grandparents might have done for fun. For example, you could go for a long walk in nature without your phone. Write in a journal, draw, or read a physical book. Meditate or practice mindfulness. Cook a meal from scratch. Tidy up your living space. Have a real face-to-face conversation with a friend or family member. The first few hours might feel incredibly strange. You'll probably feel a strong urge to check your phone or turn on the TV. This is your brain's withdrawal. It's screaming, "Where's my usual hit?" This is the most challenging part, but it's also where the reset begins. Acknowledge the urge, but don't act on it. Tell yourself, this is just a feeling, and it will pass. Each time you resist, you're rewiring your brain. You're teaching it that you don't need constant stimulation to be okay. As the day goes on, you might notice something interesting. The world might start to seem a little more vibrant. The food you cook might taste more delicious. The conversation you have might feel more meaningful. You're recalibrating your senses. You're allowing your dopamine receptors to recover from the constant onslaught. This is the point where boredom can transform into creativity and calm. When your brain isn't being fed a constant stream of external content, it starts to generate its own. You might find yourself having new ideas, reflecting on your life, or simply feeling a sense of peace that you haven't felt in a long time. Now, let's talk about what happens after your detox day. The goal isn't to live like a monk forever. It's about building a healthier, more intentional relationship with technology and other stimulants. Step 3 is integration. After your detox day, you don't just go back to your old habits. You reflect on the experience. What did you learn? What did you enjoy about the day? What was difficult? Use this insight to set some new rules for yourself moving forward. For example, you could implement tech-free time every day. Maybe it's the first hour after you wake up and the last hour before you go to bed. This is a game changer for sleep quality and morning focus. You could also try turning off all non-essential notifications on your phone. Do you really need to know every time someone likes your photo instantly? Probably not. Schedule specific times to check social media or emails, rather than letting them interrupt you all day. Maybe you commit to one screen-free hobby, like learning a musical instrument or joining a sports league. Another powerful integration technique is to practice intentional indulgence. When you do decide to watch a show or play a game, do it mindfully. Instead of mindlessly scrolling while the TV is on in the background, give it your full attention. Savor it. By doing this, you're turning a mindless habit into a conscious choice, which gives you back control. Let's address some common challenges. What if your job requires you to be online? A full-day detox might not be feasible. In that case, modify it. You could do a dopamine detox evening from 6 p.m. until you go to bed, or a social media-free weekend. The principles are the same. Intentionally reduce high dopamine stimuli and replace them with slower, more mindful activities. The key is to find what works for your lifestyle. Don't let perfection be the enemy of progress. It's also important to remember that this isn't a quick fix for deeper issues. If you find you're using these behaviors to cope with anxiety, depression, or significant stress, a dopamine detox is a helpful tool, but it's not a substitute for professional help. Reaching out to a therapist or counselor can provide you with strategies to address the root cause of these feelings. There's no shame in seeking support for your mental health. To sum it all up, a dopamine detox is about resetting your brain's reward system to find more joy in everyday life. Start with a single detox day. Identify and abstain from your high dopamine triggers. Replace them with slow, mindful activities like walking, reading, or creating. Push through the initial discomfort and boredom. And finally, integrate what you've learned by setting new, intentional habits for your daily life. It's not about eliminating fun. It's about making sure you're the one in control of your attention and your happiness, not an algorithm. Give it a try. This weekend, you might be surprised at what you discovered about yourself and the world around you when you finally unplug. Thanks for watching. And if you found this guide helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a reset. See you in the next video. Quietly for 10 minutes. Not meditation instructions. Not breathing patterns, just sitting. By now, the silence will feel very different from morning silence. Morning silence felt loud and restless. Night silence feels softer, almost heavy. That heaviness is mental fatigue being released instead of numbed. Next comes a crucial reset signal: delayed gratification closure. Choose one small task you normally avoid at night. Organizing your desk, preparing clothes, filling water bottles, cleaning a small area. Complete it slowly. Your brain now pairs effort, completion calm, instead of effort, escape, stimulation. This rewiring is what restores motivation tomorrow. Now you prepare for sleep. No intense conversations, no planning future worries, no bright thinking tasks. Let the mind idle. As you lie down, you may notice fewer racing thoughts than usual. The brain is not deprived, it is satisfied. During sleep, dopamine receptors resensitize further. But something even more important happens. Your brain recalculates what is interesting. Tomorrow, ordinary activities, reading, walking, conversation will feel slightly more engaging. Not magical, not dramatic, just easier to start. That's the true purpose of a dopamine detox. Not to become superhuman overnight, but to make normal life rewarding again. Now here's what you should expect the next day. You will wake up with less urgency to check your phone. Your focus window will be longer. Cravings will still exist, but they won't feel like commands. Simple tasks will feel more doable. And if you repeat this even once a week, motivation stops being something you force and becomes something that appears, because motivation is not created by hype. It is created by contrast. When your brain stops drowning in stimulation, it rediscovers meaning in effort. That is the reset. So after 24 hours, nothing in your external life has changed. Same room, same responsibilities, same goals, yet your experience of them has shifted. You didn't gain motivation. You removed the noise that was blocking it. For a long time, you were not struggling because life was hard. You were struggling because your brain had no contrast. When everything is intense, nothing feels meaningful. When rewards are constant, effort feels pointless. This reset quietly teaches the brain a forgotten rule. Satisfaction comes after engagement, not before Italiano. And the real power of this detox is not the single day. It is the awareness you carry forward. Now you know the difference between stimulation and fulfillment. One is loud and urgent. The other is calm and steady. You don't have to live without technology, entertainment, or pleasure. The goal was never elimination. The goal was control, choosing when to consume instead of being pulled automatically. Some days you'll slip back into old patterns. That's normal. The brain follows repetition. Each time you repeat this reset, even partially, the baseline improves. Focused returns faster. Cravings weaken sooner. Starting becomes easier. Eventually, you stop needing extreme discipline because the brain prefers balanced rewards again. The quiet feeling you experience today, that slight clarity, that slower thinking, that gentle satisfaction after effort, that is your natural mental state. Not something you earn, but something you uncover when overstimulation fades. And once you've felt that, you realize productivity isn't forced energy. It's the absence of internal resistance. The detox wasn't about removing dopamine. It was about teaching dopamine to work for you again.